My partner, Olivia, has been a professional artist for over 10 years. The guy in the booth next to us has been selling for 2. Logically, we should have been crushing him in sales. We have the experience, the portfolio, and the fan base. But we didn't. In fact, he walked away with 2 to 3 times more profit than us while selling half amount of product that we have. And you're probably wondering how. Well, he gave us one piece of advice that completely changed how we look at our business. And if you want to know what the trick of the trade is, it was quite simple: up your price for your worth. Today, I'm breaking down the exact math on how $30 price tag beat our $15 price tag and why the word free is more powerful than a discount we've ever offered. So, I've been in the biz for the last 3 years or so. And in that 10-year span of my partner having her small business, she's only upped her prices around 5 to 10, maybe $15 over the last 10 years. And you probably know that things change over time: supply, demand, the rates of everything goes up, inflation, yada, 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 right? Not to mention, as well as in that time period, a skill level has exponentially have grown. Because if you're an artist starting from day one versus 10 years, you're definitely going to have some growth and skills are going to improve. At our last show, we met a lovely artist named Aaron Long of Painted Dragon Studios. I will link down below his socials if you want to check out any of his work and the things that he does. Now, keep in mind, Aaron has not been in the game very long. However, he has gained lots of skills and knowledges from so many other people that may have been higher echelon than he capably might be at. But he kept getting the same advice from so many people. He didn't have the starving artist mindset as we had. He's been now treating his product, his items, his art now as a luxury product. So here's our current structure for, let's say, for our prints. We sell one print for $15 and we do three, then we do a bundle package, 3 for 40. So you get to save a couple bucks when you buy the third one. On average, we make about $10 to $13 profit for every print we sell. Now, for Aaron's strategy, here's what he does. He individually sells one print for $30. So when you buy 2, it'll be 60. However, psychologically, what he ends up doing is says, hey, if you buy 2 prints, you get the third one for free. Completely free. So their mindset right there is, okay, I'm spending 30, there's 60. However, I get that third one free. Versus how we phrase it, even though it is a lower priced product, what you're getting is, okay, there's only 15 here, 30. Oh, and then I buy that third one. Oh, I get to save a few dollars. Yes, on paper, it sounds like ours is the better deal. However, psychologically, those people are like, hey, I'm getting something free, which I have seen that with some other products that we do as well. For example, we sell stickers and magnets and we do a bundle pack as well. So for that example is we sell one sticker or magnet for $5. However, you buy 4, you get the fifth free for $20. So most people, if they're buying about 3 stickers and they're on the fence of getting a fourth one, like, well, I don't know if I want to spend the extra $5. But if you're like, hey, you're at $15 right now, for 5 more dollars, you get 2 stickers essentially for the price of one for free. So it's like, oh, shoot, I get an extra sticker, like 5 stickers instead of 4 for that same price. Oh, 99% of the time, they'll spend that extra $5 to get that extra sticker or magnet. Now let's put this down to see for profit margins. Say you have 10 people that came to your booth and 2 people purchased 3 prints. So in Aaron's case, you would be selling 3 prints for $60 and then another for another $60, totaling $120 profit. However, if you come to our booth, you're spending, $40 for a set of prints, another $40 of cents. So the same amount of people that came to each of our booths, he has made a significant increase in sales versus the $80 versus $120 in sales for the same amount of people coming to your booth. But as far as the case of Aaron as well, those 2 people also got a free print each versus the people that came to our booth, they just bought 3 prints and got the product. Sure, it was cheaper. However, was it free? Was it exciting? I got that experience. Yeah, the endorphins, the dopamine, the everything that you get from purchasing, the retail therapy, getting that, especially if you know I got a deal, I got the thing. Psychologically, it makes you think, yes, I got something, maybe a better deal than the person there, as well as holding those values to a higher also makes people, because we had this discussion between Olivia and I that maybe even some people, yeah, sure, this print here is $15. And then this print over here is $30. Sure, their skill level may be around the same. However, should I buy this one that's $15? It seems like, oh, maybe this is a cheap product. Maybe this is not as good as this $30 product. It'd be like the same thing if you went to go buy a pair of, like a socks. If you were going to buy a pair of socks that's a no-name brand from Walmart versus you get your Nike socks, which one would you rather have? Would you spend it for that brand name that that has the quality, or this one here? Yes, the cheaper option. However, is it gonna provide what you need from it? So putting it kind of in that mindset too, like this is a quality product, even if it is like your cheap product is quality, it may not seem like it to that same potential person buying a similar product at a different booth. I want to give you one more example that Aaron gave us as well. So at that show, he has a lot of original paintings as well as canvas prints at his display. So he can provide a variety of different pricing for people. He even has, just for show, to make a lot of his products to seem like a big deal. Like he has this original painting. I can't remember what it is, but it's like a $15,000 original painting. So when someone sees at his booth, whoa, look at this $15,000 original painting. Oh my gosh, that is so expensive. But then when you see that, and then you see maybe a canvas print of the same thing for $300, someone's gonna be like, holy cow, I can buy the same essential painting that's the original, that's a $15,000 original piece, but I can get the same one for $300. Look how much of a sale I'm getting. Holy cow. Like, oh my goodness. So put it in the perspective of like you're getting essentially the same product, but for like a 90% discount, whatever the math is on that. You can do that. If you know what that math is, $15,000 for the 300. I'm mad at math. I'm not a math person. What is the percentage on that? Put it down in the comments for me. But once again, he puts that psychological price tag on there, showing those different price points for people to really dive in to buy these products. So when you're pricing out your products, Give yourself, like, even if you're starting out, you can start with maybe a price tag of, $10, $15 for your thing. However, over time, once your skill level gets better, once you start to get it established as a vendor selling your things, don't sell yourself so short. Don't devalue your art. Like, you can say you spent 100 hours on a paint original painting. If you math it out of, say, okay, I'm gonna give myself at least $20 an hour for a piece, yeah, that might be a couple hundred, maybe a few $1,000s. However, you're not really valuing the other time that you've added on that too. The years of the blood, sweat, and tears of what you have put into getting that skill level. You could even say the same thing for a plumber. They charge, $100 an hour. Why can't you do the same thing with your art? Why can't you add that same level to it? Adding that price tag of for that original painting. You deserve to make what you are worth. So don't devalue your art just because of you think no one's going to buy this, no one's going to buy it. Eventually someone will. I know it's scary. Like, even us, we're thinking of updating our prices now because we're like, well, if why won't someone buy something for $15 when we put it up to $30 for a print? So that is one thing that we're going to start improving on our sales, because if you put it, everything is down to numbers. And for sales, everything is also psychological too, to sell those things. You don't have to be that shitty car salesman of like, hey, I'm gonna swindle and deal and do the things and try to knock every little thing off to screw this person over so I can make the money. You can make good deals, you can make good quality products and still make quality money too, but what you deserve. So put those price points higher up. Try it out. We're going to start doing it ourselves. So I will let you know how that goes in our upcoming shows once we start implementing it. We have some upcoming shows in February, thank God, because we are in our dry season, not making anything, and we are broke. But we are going to start implementing those things and even updating Olivia's original pieces of art. So don't devalue yourself. Put those at a higher price, even if it's just a little bit to try it out. You know, eventually your stuff will sell. But the key takeaway of this is don't devalue your art. It's all a numbers game. If you have 10,000 people that are coming to an event and even just 5% of those people come to your booth, even less, 2% of those people come to your booth and they buy something for $15, you'll make X amount of profit. But if you're selling it for $30, that's a times two profit just in that, in numbers. It's all math. It's all math. And so you guys take the advice that we've learned from this young buck starting his career as an artist and vendor and making 2 to 3 times as much money as we are. So you can start to do that yourselves. I know we're going to start doing it. And we're going to take the advice that we learned from other people that have learned from other people that's learned from other. Make those connections, talking with those other artists, how you can improve. But if you've made it this far, comment down below that you right there are gonna up your prices and show people what you are actually valued. If you've gotten anything from this, thank you, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.